Hello children, I hope you are doing very well at home. Well, we started the chapter called pair of linear equations and you have seen the two different methods of solving, right? One was elimination method and other was a substitution method. And now we are into numericals, 2-3 numericals we have done in the previous class. Now we will take the more standard form of numericals and we will try to do those problems. Alright, now here we have one very different question right in front of you on the board, and I will read the question for you. The question is, places A and B are 100 kilometers apart on a highway. One car starts from A and another from B at the same time with different speeds. If cars travel in same direction, they meet in 5 hours, and if they travel towards each other, means opposite direction, they will meet in 1 hour. What are the speeds of two cars? Now we have two scenarios here, and what we are supposed to find? We are supposed to find the speeds of the car, right? Before I move forward, I think you know the simple formula: distance is equal to speed into time, or time is equal to distance by speed. This you have learned in your elementary classes. This formula will be using now. Now before I move, I must declare, let the speeds of two cars be x and y. Okay. Now let us take case 1. Case 1. See, what is the idea is to frame a linear equation. Two linear equations means pair of linear equations. Then we will solve by elimination method or by substitution method. First, framing of the equation is important. Case 1. Now in case 1, you are having two cars positioned at A and B. And what is the distance between these 2 points A and B? It is 100 kilometers. Case 1. Both of them travel in the same direction. Both of them travel in the same direction at same time. Let us say car at A travels, car at B also travels at the same time. Now, before I move forward, let me tell you, if car A has to catch car B, it has to move with the greater speed. If they travel in same direction, A is towards B, if they travel in same direction, in this case, the car A must have a greater speed than that of B so that it can catch with the car. If car B is having more speed and car A is having less speed and they travel in this direction, car A can never meet car B. So this is the logic you need to understand and which is written in the problem. Now here I am assuming that the car at A is having more speed. So when they are starting at the same time, and if they are, let us say, they are meeting at this point, the car at B goes slowly, takes the same time to travel this distance. Car A goes with the speed, take the same time to travel this much distance. Let us assume this distance traveled is dA. Let us assume this distance traveled is dB. The distance traveled by car starting at A is dA. Distance traveled by the car starting at B is dB. Now, what is the time after which they meet? They will meet in 5 hours. So I will write time taken to meet. Time taken to meet is how many hours? 5 hours. Now distance traveled by A is equal to speed into time. Now what is the speed? Speed of A. So let us assume the speed of the car starting at A is x kilometers per hour and speed of car starting at B is y kilometers per hour. So distance is equal to speed into time implies distance A is equal to what is speed? X. And what is the time? Time is nothing but 5 hours. So distance A is equal to what? 5x. Similarly, distance B is equal to speed of the car traveling at B, starting at B into time. Time taken is 5 hours. So distance B is equal to speed is y. Time is taken same 5y. Now this is distance A and this is distance B. Alright. What is the distance between A and B? 100. Now can you draw a logic or a relationship between dA, dB and 100? Yes. We know that distance A minus distance B is equal to 100. But what is distance A? That is equal to 5x. What is distance B? That is equal to 5y. Is equal to what? 100. Let me simplify this by divide by 5. When you divide by 5 goes one time, you will have x minus y is equal to 5 goes how many times? 20 times. There you got one linear equation, or my first linear equation I could create with this case 1. Now let us move into case 2. What is this case 2? Now case 2, what you are going to see that both the cars are not moving in the same direction. In case 2, both the cars, they travel towards each other. So let me take the exact scenario. This is point A, this is point B, distance between them is 100 kilometers. The car is starting from A, this car is starting from B. Now since they are moving in opposite direction, obviously they will take less time to meet. And how much is the time taken to meet? 1 hour. Now you tell me which car is having more speed? The car which is starting at A is having more speed. So since it is having more speed, it will travel the greater distance and this will travel the lesser distance. So I will put, let us say both of them meet here. So this distance is covered by distance B, and this distance which is covered by car A, I am calling as distance A. Again, you have a formula. Distance is equal to speed into time. So what is the time here? Time taken to meet. Time taken to meet is how many hours? 1 hour. So let me write the distance traveled by the car to start from A is equal to speed of the car into time. Time is 1 hour. Speed is how much? X into 1. So distance traveled by A is x kilometers, and distance traveled by B is nothing but the speed of the car starting at B into time. That is again equal to y into 1, which is equal to what? Y. Now what is the relationship you draw between dA, dB and 100? What is dA? Distance traveled by the car starting at A. What is dB? Distance traveled by the car starting at B, and they both meet here at this point. So what is the relationship between dA, dB and 100? Yes, you are right. The distance or the relationship is, I'll simply write, we know that distance A and distance B is equal to 100. Now what is distance A? X plus what is distance B? Y is equal to what? 100. So there you go. You got a second linear equation. Now together 1 and 2 are called pair of linear equations. See, the most difficult part is getting a linear equation. Now once you get this linear equation, you know the method of solving and you can solve this very easily. Alright, so I will say solve 1 and 2. What is the first one? X plus y is equal to 100, and what is the next one? X minus y is equal to 20. Add both the equations. What is x plus x? 2x is equal to what is 100 plus 20? 120. Now therefore x is equal to 120 divided by 2, that comes as 60. So I got x is equal to 60. Now I will substitute x is equal to 60 in any of the equations. I wish to substitute in equation 2. So this is 60 plus y is equal to 100. So what is y is equal to? 100 minus 60, therefore y is equal to what? 40. Now you are dealing with speed and you are all science students or math students. Basically you are math students. So make sure that speeds of the two cars is x kmph, y kmph. Similarly, when you get x, what is 60? 60 kmph, kilometers per hour. And what is y? Y is equal to 40 kilometers per hour. So is this question clear to you? So you need to handle this in this particular way. I am sure you understood this pattern. I want you to take the pen and paper, go through the video again and again and try to solve and try to do this thing on your own. Right? Whenever there is a doubt, you can go back to the video and you can come back. Alright, so I am sure you have followed. Let us go to the next numerical. Hello students, we are going to do one more numerical now, and the numerical is in front of you. The ratio of incomes of two persons is 9:7 and the ratio of their expenditures is 4:3. If each of them manages to save rupees 2000 per month, find their monthly income. Now before I move forward, let us say I earn rupees 100 and you earn rupees 50. What is the ratio of our income? 52s are, 51s are. So I want you to understand this 2 and 1 are not the incomes. 2 and 1 are the ratios of the incomes. Please have that clarity in mind. Means this is just the ratios. And what is the income? I have to multiply 9 with some number. I have to multiply 7 with the same number. Because what is my income here? 100. And what is your income here? 50. To get back again 100 and 50 here, I have to multiply these two things by one fixed number. What is that fixed number? 50 and 50. Then I will get my actual income, and then you will get your actual income. So you understand the logic behind. The common part is being cancelled. So now let me say, since the ratios of incomes is 9:7, let their income be 9x and 7x. Alright, so if I take again 9x is to 7x, xx common part cancel, I am getting back the same ratio, 9:7. Now the whole thing is about finding the value of x. Alright, so let their income be 9x and 7x. This is person A and this is person B. You can write let their income be 9x and 7x, or let the income of person A be 9x and the income of person B 7x. Let me put it that way. I will say let income of person A be 9x and income of person B be 7x, and if I take the ratio 9:7. Now let us focus on our expenditure. Expenditure is also same. 4:3 is a ratio. Doesn't mean that 4 is expenditure. It can be 400 and 300, or it can be 800 and 600. We do not know what is being multiplied. So since the ratios of their incomes is of their expenses is 4:3, let expenditure of person A be 4. Now I should not take x again. I must go for some other variable. I will take y. And expenditure of person B be 3y. Alright. Now we have placed very well in our problem. Now we have to solve the problem. In order to solve the problem, dear students, you know that you have to create two simultaneous linear equations or pair of equations. Now here, to create an equation, you must remember one formula, and not only this formula is applicable in the maths, this is applicable for your life also. You know what is the formula? Income minus expense is equal to what? Savings. How much they are able to save? 2000. Whatever you earn and whatever you do expenditure, that much is left over. And you all know that our incomes, according to our incomes, our expenses should be. If your expenditures are more, then you will become bankrupt. So make sure that you do a lot of savings, but make sure that you also earn more. More income, less savings is always a formula for your life. Anyhow, let us go to the problem. Now, what will I say? We know that. What? This is a formula of life. Income minus expenditures is equal to savings, right? Write this formula on a piece of paper and paste it in the wall wherever you sleep. Always remember, less of expenditure, then you will have more of savings. Alright, right now there is no income for you. At least try to see that you do have a less expenditure. Income minus expenditure is equal to savings. So now what will I do? For A, what is his income? 9x. What is his expenditure? 4y. And what is the saving? 2000. Right? I call this as equation 1. For B, what is the income of B? 7x. What is the expenditure of B? 3y. But both of them are saving how much? 2000. So don't you feel you got two simultaneous equations or pair of linear equations? Now I am open to solve by any of the method. I am solving. See, I generally prefer solving by elimination method, and once I get the value of x or y, I will substitute back into the equation and get the value of another variable, because the method is not preferred here. You know both the methods, and that's how we are doing. So solve 1 and 2. 9x minus 4y is equal to 2000. Now what am I going to do? I am going to either balance x or I am going to balance either y. Now which one do you prefer? You either balance x or you balance y. I prefer x, but maybe you prefer y, so I will go with y. I will try to balance y. In order to balance y, I will take this coefficient, multiply it with this equation, take this coefficient, multiply with this equation. Right? So into 3, and this is 7x minus 3y is equal to 2000 into 4. There you go. 9 3s are 27x minus 4 3s are 12y. 3 2s are 6000. 4 7s are 28x. 4 3s are 12y. 4 2s are 8000. Both of them same sign. Subtract. When you subtract 27 minus 28, lesser number minus bigger number, obviously you will get negative sign, minus 1x. Cancel. 6000 minus 8000, so it will be minus 2000. Cancelling minus sign both sides, you get x is equal to 2000. What is x? Multiplying factor here. What is the question asked? Find their monthly income. So I will substitute the value of x here and I get the monthly income. If he asks you find the expenditure, then you have to find the value of y. And how do you find the value of y? Substitute x into the equation, you will get the value of y. Anyhow, there is no need for this in this problem. So I'll say therefore the incomes of A and B are 9x, which is equal to 9 into 2000, which is 18,000, and 7x, which is equal to 7 into 2000 is equal to 14,000. So even though they have separate income, they are still able to save same amount because of the formula income minus expenditure is equal to saving. So I am sure you understood this numerical, and please try to do this problem again. Pause the video, write the question and try to do the problem on your own. Alright, God bless you all. Now we shall continue our chapter with the next exercise 4.3 in the next class. Thank you, take care.